What's going on, everybody? Farmer Kevin here from Open Source Farm and Turnip Greens Radio, and today I'm brewing up some compost tea. So I make a version of an aerated compost tea in a 5-gallon bucket. I use worm castings or vermicompost from a local Florida source here that specializes in worm castings. Here's the bag here, you can see. Earthworm castings, vermicompost, 28 pounds. And it's from Black Star Organic Products. I think they're down in the Gainesville area. But a lot of us farmers go in together and get a few pallets up here in the Florida Panhandle because this is really good stuff. Often called black gold. As you can see, it looks very nutritious and delicious. Doesn't smell bad or like worm shit or shit at all. It smells earthy and like you would want good soil to be. So I use this mainly as an inoculant for good soil bacteria and sometimes mycorrhizal fungi. If that's what I'm going for, you do a little bit longer of a brew. So for the bacteria, that's better for brassicas and some of the other plants that I got going right now. You do a 24 hours brew and you want to keep it evenly and heavily oxygenated. So I have an air pump plugged in here with 2 hoses leading to 2 air stones so that I can have 0 dead zones or spots that aren't getting that constant flow of oxygen through it. That keeps it healthy, that keeps it oxygenated for the good microbes to grow and the bad ones to don't have a chance to grow in any sort of anoxic or not healthy habitat or environment. So I had this going overnight. It could go a little bit longer, but just timing wise, I need to get it onto my plants. I have some seedlings, some trays over at the farm that I need to do. There's some celery trays right here next to me that I need to do, as well as some trays in my germination box inside the house here. So I'll give those all a feeding, and usually after even a day or 2 after feeding them with the compost tea, I see an improvement in my plants' health. They're shining, they're reaching towards the sun, and usually looking pretty great. And that's why I continue to believe in compost tea and continue to use it and tell people about it when I can. That's basically my process. Oh, before I go, these are the bags. They're sold specifically for compost tea, but it's a certain size micron filter here. I don't think it says it on it, but these are called OG tea bags, the original compost tea bag. So there you go. I just have 2 of these. After I take them out, I just took this one out for this bucket here, so that's why it looks like this. But I'll give them a nice scrub and clean them with soap and water and make sure I'm not contaminating or passing along anything bad down the line. So those are the basic materials. It's pretty simple, pretty easy. There's a lot more to it. It's a complex thing because you're creating a micro ecosystem habitat for a lot of different microbiology that interacts in different ways, and different time lengths and different temperatures lead to different biomes. But I'm not gonna throw all that information on you. If you're into it, you can go find out at other resources online. There's plenty on how to brew really nice compost tea. Oh, also, one more thing before I go. I feed this with cane syrup from a local farmer here. A lot of people use molasses, and that's probably recommended and best for what I'm trying to do, but it's just what they had at the farmer's market at the time, and it does work, and I've used it before, and it seems to feed the microbes pretty well. I just use a very tiny small amount that I put in there and mix in there before I give it the 24 hours of brew time. So that's my method. I'll see you next time.